This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thanks for getting up with us on this Sunday morning. I'm Deidre Johnson. Let's check in with Daisy Caballero for a quick look at the forecast. Hey, Daisy.
Hey, Deidre. Happy Sunday, and happy Sunday to all of our viewers. Wanted to take you out to the beautiful Oregon coast, where it's a little cloudy in some areas, including Lincoln City. But go ahead and check out Newport right now. Picture perfect. Very, very calm conditions, and we're also seeing more of those blue skies as we're taking you over to the Dalles this morning. Like I said, very, very calm morning for us, really just seeing those high clouds. And while folks up in Washington and also especially in Seattle and headed over to Olympia, they're going to be seeing a little bit more of those showers that we are not going to be seeing today. We are going to be seeing a little bit more of this, a little bit of that cloud coverage, and also some blue skies throughout the day today. 51 degrees last checkout at PDX. Looking at those current temperatures, 48 degrees in Troutdale, 45 in Happy Valley, 46 in West Lynn. Most of us, of course, are in the 40s with low 50s in Astoria, in Kelso, in Hood River as well. So looking at the rest of the day today, forecasted temperatures by right about noon, those low 60s up and down the I-5 corridor. This model's showing us seeing those low or upper 60s. We are expecting to see those upper 60s or low 70s, but 80s are in the forecast. We'll talk about when that is coming up.
All right, thanks so much, Daisy. Well, this morning, about 22 million Americans are under severe weather threats. At least 5 people are dead north of Dallas after an apparent tornado. Residents in Oklahoma are still recovering from 26 reported tornadoes this month. Now they're bracing for more.
We've had definitely some late nights staying up watching the radar for hours at a time, but yeah, we're ready for it.
Do you feel like tonight will be another one of those nights?
I think so.
Despite the pattern of storms, it's not stopping Americans from traveling. The TSA reported nearly 3 million people were screened on Friday. That's the most ever recorded. With Memorial Day here and summer fast approaching, our Environment Northwest team is bringing you reports on our wildfire risk. Today, why this wildfire season will likely be an active one for Washington, increasing the potential for smoke throughout the Northwest. Jeremy Legoo explains.
We were driving up and over the mountain pass, and then on the side of the road were 2 logs still smoldering, to the point that when I pulled them out into the road, they started back on fire, completely unattended. Nobody in sight, and we haven't seen anyone in a very long time. This is how wildfires start.
We're seeing more human-caused wildfires.
After 8 years in the role as Commissioner of Public Lands, Hillary Franz knows wildfire risk, and this year has it.
We are predicting significant wildfire risk for the state of Washington as we head into the 2024 season.
Coming out of our El Nino winter, things are dry. The El Nino brought warmer temperatures and less moisture to the Northwest, and forecast models indicate that trend will likely continue through most of summer. La Nina conditions are emerging, but the cool, wet pattern likely won't arrive in the Northwest until fall. Drought conditions are present in the northern Rockies, Cascades, and even the Olympic Mountains. The drying out that started a year ago continued through winter with a much lower snowpack. Timber takes a long time to dry out and just as long to regain its moisture, meaning our forests will be more prone to wildfires this year. When timber burns, it creates the most smoke and air quality concerns, even though it's not what typically gives us the most acres burned in a year. That's grass, or fine fuels. An abundance of moisture in southern Idaho and eastern Oregon this year allowed those grasses and fine fuels the ability to thrive. While that might sound like a good thing initially, those fuels typically dry out quickly in the heat of summer and ignite easily and burn quickly. Here in the Northwest, our fire danger worsens throughout the heat of summer. This year, we not only have the fine fuels like grasses and vegetation drying out, but the drier forests to contend with as well. Hot, dry, windy conditions or critical fire weather days are becoming more common as our climate changes. An entire fire season can boil down to just one day, something we saw back in 2020 in Malden, or just last year in the Oregon Road or Gray fires. Now more than ever, it comes down to us. The El Nino pattern responsible for warm, dry weather also means fewer storms and less lightning, so almost all of the wildfires this year will be caused by people. For Environment Northwest, I'm meteorologist Jeremy Legoo.
Across the nation, Americans are marking Memorial Day weekend in different ways. In Los Angeles, this is a weekend to celebrate all the military branches. Fleet Week is expected to attract more than 60,000 visitors. In Colorado, hundreds of volunteers turned out at the Air Force Academy and placed flags on more than 1,500 graves. And this weekend is the unofficial start of summer, and the summer blockbuster movie season is off to a slow start. The big question, whether we'll see any big hits like last year. Chloe Milas has a story.
It's one of life's mysteries, sir.
Memorial Day weekend has typically debuted blockbusters like 2022's Top Gun Maverick, which smashed box office records.
I've never felt power like this before.
Franchise films like 2016's X-Men Apocalypse.
The world needs the X-Men.
And classics like 1984's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
But this weekend may feel a bit different, with films like Furiosa, the fifth film in the Mad Max franchise.
I'm Furiosa!
And the animated family flick Garfield.
Bury me in cheese!
Will this be a record-breaking Memorial weekend? Not by a long shot, but at least we'll get the momentum going in the right direction.
This summer's slow start, partially because it's one of the few in recent years without a Marvel debut to kick off the season.
Not having a Marvel movie open the summer with over $100 million definitely is allowed or made it so that the industry now has to play catch up, and the pressure is on for every movie going forward to deliver the goods.
This summer's kickoff films, Universal's Fall Guy.
I'm just a stunt guy!
And Paramount's If.
Oh, I'm not ready for this.
So far bringing in just over a combined $100 million domestically. Experts say this summer could see total ticket sales barely crossing $3 billion, compared to last summer's $4.1 billion domestic haul, driven in large part by Barbenheimer excitement.
Okay.
But remember this day.
Entertainment analyst Chris Witherspoon says this summer's leaner slate is partly due to the Hollywood writers and actors strikes last fall.
No one was working for 148 days in Hollywood. A lot of folks at the major studios decided to just push their slate back to 2025.
Hello!
But there's still hope. Disney's Inside Out 2.
A new emotion! Oh, I'm sorry!
And Deadpool and Wolverine.
Come again.
As well as Despicable Me 4 from Universal Pictures, which shares a parent company with NBC, are expected to draw large audiences.
The jury is still out on how well the summer of 24 is going to turn out. But I think we're going to have a great summer for the moviegoer.
Chloe Milas, NBC News, New York.